All right, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar, Appulate 13, How to Use Plus New Features Overview. My name is Anastasia, and I am your agent ambassador at Appulate. Feel free to reach out to me using one of these two email addresses every time you have any platform-related questions. And for technical related questions, feel free to use third email in this list to reach out to our support team. So we are starting, and the first thing we need to do is to go to appulate.com page and to log in to our system. If you are a brand new user, you need to use the login button located in the upper right hand corner here to log into your account. And if you want to create a new agency Appulate profile, you can use sign up option below. But in my case, I already have my test account, so I'm going to use my test credentials to log into the system. So once all the information is filled in, I can click this login button to move on. Another useful button here is for get a forgot password. So in case you forgot password, you can use it to reset your password. And it will be sent to your mailbox. But we are good to go. So we just log in and then we get redirected to our main landing page. So if you are brand new in Appulate, you will have a very empty page, just the same way I have it right now. And if you already tried Appulate, you will see some records listed under the all insured pay section here. So these records will be associated with your client. Um, and in order to start working effectively with your Appulate account, you will need one great tool that you need to install on your computer. This tool is called Appulate Uplink, and you can find it under the section Tools. This is the third option that is called Appulate Uplink. So this tool should be installed on your computer, and this is the application that helps to bridge the data from your Accord form in PDF format, for example, or right through your AMS to Appulate. Something that saves you a bunch of time, and you don't need to rekey your insured and Accord associated data in the account. The system will do everything for you. We have some system requirements. They are listed for Windows and Mac OS. If you work with Citrix, please contact your IT department so they could help you with installation. And what is also great here is that you can specify your AMS to reach the data right through your AMS to Appulate account. In order to search for your AMS, please use this drop down. If you haven't found anything that you use the option Other and enter your AMS name manually within this pop-up. But let's imagine in my case, I have my application already installed on my computer and I'm ready to move on with my Accord form. So for this, I just open my Accord form in my regular reader. I don't use AMS, so for me, it's just a default reader that I have on my computer. You can use Adobe PDF reader. It will also work just fine. So what we do, we just simply try to print this Accord form the same way, just we usually do that. And instead of our regular reader that we have here, we need to select Appulate Uplink. You will have this
Anastasia,
option.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You didn't show them that they need to download and install the software.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that. Let's go back. So moving back to Appulate Uplink. In order to download Appulate Uplink, you need to click the Download Uplink driver here, and then it will be installed on your computer. You can also use these installation instructions to get more precise screenshots and details on how to install it on Windows or on macOS. So you can find it also under the section Tools within the page Appulate Uplink. Yeah, but moving back to Word form, let's try to print it as if we already have our Appulate, excuse me, Affiliated Uplink application on the computer. So we simply try to print it. Once we have the printer pop up, please select Appulate Uplink in the option within the printer line. Then please make sure that paper size is compatible with your S format. And if everything is okay, we just simply click print. Then the system opens pop-up asking us to provide our credentials. We're good here, so we just click send. And then it takes a few seconds to get redirected us to the new page. And here, as you can see, I have my business line already identified automatically. But if you work with generic specific business lines, you can use this drop down to specify the business line that is needed for you. So far, we will move with workers' compensation. So I just click continue. And in just a few seconds, the system bridges all information that I had in my Accord form to my main landing page in Appulate. So in the upper left-hand corner, you can see my insurance name. It is listed here. WC stands for Workers' Compensation. Here we also have effective and expiration dates. Let's quickly change them because they are a bit outdated in my example. So far, we have 24th of September. And as you can see, the system automatically updated my expiration date as well. So I just simply click Save. And let's check information about our client. For this, we just simply click the client's name, and then we get redirected to the insured page. Under the section profile, we can find our insured details. We can edit these details by clicking this button and make changes within this pop-up. Under the section quotes and policies, we can see our request. It's already in progress. This is for workers' compensation. And if we want to have another quote request that will be associated with this client, we can simply use this button in the upper right-hand corner, request new quote. And alternatively, you can bridge another Accord form to the system, and you will see the new request under the one that already exists in the system. But we are okay with our information. We've checked everything here. So let's move on to the quote request. When we are in a quote request page, we can see other tabs that will be available for you. And one of them is called Insured. Within this tab, you can check all information that was breached to the system from your Accord form. And let's quickly take a look at it together. So as you can see, I have lots of fields already filled in. I haven't entered it. It's manually. I haven't typed it. So all of this information was breached automatically via Appulate Uplink. And let's imagine we have some questions that we want to edit. We can definitely do that. But what is more advanced and something that will save you a bunch of time is that you can send these questions to your client. So your client could complete everything for you. We have this great button that is called Ask Insured. So you can just simply click on that, and then you get redirected to the page where you need to specify your client's details. Let's quickly add some information just to take a look on the way it works together. So once we have our client's details specified, we move on to the section where we can select specific questions that we need to send to the insured. So far, as you can see, all of the questions are checked. but I can specify them and just select 3 questions. For example, I want to include description. Yeah, so my client will receive only these 3 questions, and we have this option preview. And if we will click on that, we will get redirected to the page that will be displayed to your insured in their mailbox. So as you can see, these are our 3 questions we asked in our questionnaire section. And once your client completes this information automatically synchronized with your insured tab. Let me go back. Um, Within the questionnaire right here. So you don't need to rekey. You can just simply send it to your client. But now let's imagine we are good with the information that we have here, and we're ready to move on with our quote request. We go to our quote request option here, and here is the page where we need to select the market. Before we start working with the markets, I want to highlight your attention to types of submissions that you can do within Appulate. Under the section Help, we have the section that is called Submission Metrics. So you can use this page to check different markets that are available for you in Appulate and types of submissions that they can provide you with. So far, for our standard users, open brokerage markets available, and markets that provide you with Appulate style of submission. So let me also elaborate on these 2 types of submissions. Open brokerage markets will be marked with this orange clover icon, like we have it with Asia, for example, here. These are the business lines this market can provide you with. These open brokerage markets, they are partners of us, so you can get a quote with these markets without being appointed. However, if you want to bind with these markets, you still need to be appointed. But yeah, to get a quote, you can move on with this open brokerage market. As for the Appulate style of submission, this type is implemented for markets that have signed an agreement with Appulate, and insurance data doesn't go outside the system, so it transferred directly to the market's Appulate account. So you can also use this type of submission that is marked with green clover icon. And if you see the green clover icon plus this lightning bolt, like for example, we have it, let me scroll a little bit down, with dual here. Yeah, so this type of submission is called instant quote. What it means, it just something that shows you immediate result upon your quote request. Whether a quote is approved or declined, you will see that under the section status within your quote request page. So let's, oh yeah, 2 other important aspects about this page. If you decided to check the markets and you want to limit this list to, let's say, commercial packages only or personal packages only, you can do that in the upper left-hand corner using the option all lines. This is just a filter where you can specify personal packages or commercial ones. So that's the first thing I wanted to highlight. And another one is that you have an option to export this page to Excel file. For example, if you decided to share this information with your colleagues. Also, very useful option. But now let's move on back to our quote request.
Can you
So when
quickly
we
show the other ones and what there are with premium?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so as you, let's go back to submission metrics. So as you've already noticed, we have other icons that are listed here. These icons are marked with globe image, and they have different number of boxes. So this is a type of submission that is called web link. What it does, it bridges the information that you have in Appulate to the carrier's website, and it completes all the insurance related data and your query related data automatically for you. But it depends from market to market because different markets take different type of data. So as you can see, one box stands for login details. It means that this market will accept only your login information. If you see two boxes next to it, it means that this market takes general information. If you see three boxes, market will accept accord related information. And we have comprehensive web link that will support all the data that was previously mentioned, plus market default accord forms. So very useful and very neat kind of submission that will save you lots of time. And if you feel that it's something that suits your appetite and something that might be interesting for you, feel free to reach out to our sales team or to me, and we will be happy to redirect you to the needed department. So that's about submission metrics. And let's move on back to our query request. So let's start working with markets. In order to choose the market, you need to select this option plus add markets. Then the system will open the pop-up for you. So the first section that you see, these are the markets that I previously selected to start working with them. Below, you can see open brokerage markets. And if you search for specific markets, you can use the search line. But in my case, I already have the market that I need, so I just simply select it in this list. Another important moment is that the list of market that we currently see is associated with workers' compensation that we have with particular client. If business line is selected, if you select a different business line, you will see different list of market here. So it differs from business line to business line. So let's add the market. And once the market is added, you can see that some other columns appeared for you. The status column, you will have the updates about your query request right within this column. And now we will check the instant quote type of submission, the one that provides you with immediate result upon your quote request. So in order to start the quote, we just click the start quote button here, and then we get redirected to the market specific page. Red numbers above stands for required questions. These questions also will be marked with red asterisks within the questionnaire. You can limit this list by clicking the show required questions button. And then you can move on with the questions. Again, we also have this great button, Ask Insured, so you can use it to fill in all the information through your insured. But in this example, let's try completing everything together. So I will just quickly add some information to remove red numbers. And once all questions are filled in, no red numbers are displayed, as well as red asterisks. Everything has just disappeared. And we're ready to request a quote. So we just simply click this button. And now the system takes a few seconds to send the information to the market server. And once the information is sent, you get redirected to the quote request page. And as you can see, the status changed to quote repaired. And here we have our quote. It is located under the market's name. We received it almost immediately, just in a few clicks. You can download this quote by clicking on it, and it will be saved on your computer, and you can check it. For me, with this particular market, it will look this way, but it might be different from market to market. And once we had a quote, let's imagine we have also another market here. And this market provided us with another quote. And we want to send these two quotes to our client so our client could make a right decision. We have the option that is called compare quotes. So once we go to this page, you can use the option select all. So far, I have only one, but let's imagine you have several of them. You can select all of these quotes, all of the quotes that you have in this page, and share this information with your insured. And your insured will receive like a menu list with quotes that they can choose right within the page. So if you will click on the shared with insured button, you will see also preview insured portal, and this is the way it will be displayed on the insured side. So yeah, so far we have only one quote, but let's imagine there are several of them. They would also be here with all data displayed. So another great thing that will save you a great amount of time. And now let's go back to the quote request. Let's say you are okay with what you have so far and you want to bind this market. And under this three-dot menu button, you have an option to bind. Please make sure that you are appointed with the market that you want to bind with. And in my case, I am not appointed with my test market, so I will just mark it as bound. And once I have completed the steps, I get redirected to the policy page. And here we have all information that was in our previous page. So this is the policy details. You can see them here. And what is great within this page is that we have the summary box. It's quite okay, but what is great is that we have edit, and under this, in the very end of this pop-up, we have the option that is called automatic remarketing. So let's imagine you decided um, to work with the same client next year, and you have the same parameters, but you don't want to rekey this information. The system will take care of it and save everything for you in advance. So just the only step you need to do is click this create new remarketing request, and in the next year, the system will create a new quote request for you with all previous parameters saved. The only information that should be changed there is the accurate date. So yeah, you can use this option to save you your time in the future. And what also here regarding the policies, once we have the policy, we can have an option to create a certificate. And as you can see, we have this button in the upper right hand corner. It's a brand new feature. that will allow you to create a certificate of insurance right within Appulate. So in order to start working with this, you need to click on the button that I've just clicked. Let me show you one more time. Um, so it's here. So we click on that, and then we get redirected to the certificates page. Two required fields: name of the insured, let's add some information, and address. For example, like this. Once we are good here, we just move on to the section with policies. We have one policy associated with this client, so we can click this checkbox. But if you have other policies, they will be also listed here. And you can select several policies at once. Then another section is questions that you can also add to your certificate. For example, certificate number. Um, and as you can see, other information is also included. I don't have much here just because it might test a quote form, but if your fields are filled in, they will be also displayed for you here. And I'm okay with information that I have here. So I just simply click complete. And after that, the system provides you with two options. You can view all certificates. If you previously worked with them, you will see them in the list here. Or you can sign it. And you can do that right through Appulate. So the only thing you need to do is just simply click the sign option. And yes, so far, this is something that is available for our premium users, but you can still create certificates. You can use this option, and under the three-dot menu, you will have other options available for you. For example, you can download it. Let's try it together. And once it is downloaded, you can work with this certificates of insurance right in this downloaded PDF document. And another option that you can do is to send it via email or delete. So yeah, this is our new great feature. Please give it a try and feel free to share your feedback with us. We very too happy to hear your thoughts. And I believe we covered the main aspects regarding our main workflow process. And I am opening the section with questions. Feel free to ask questions if you have any. And I will try my best to to answer as much as I can.
Additionally, I wanted to let everybody know we did have our sales team with us here today. So if you did have any questions regarding premium, feel free to ask those questions here today, and our sales team's happy to answer those. Looks like I believe it's Tariq. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tariq, I'll have the team reach out to you. There's a lot of um, questions around like the size of your agency and things like that. So I will have the team get a hold of you. Um, do you have any questions more like other functionality, things like that? But yeah, they'll get back to you on that. Thank you for asking. Can you go to your office to practice? Um, I'm not sure what you mean practice. Appulate? Is that practice using the system? Uh, this is Daniel. Daniel, if you can elaborate a little bit further on that question, please. Oh, can we go to your office? Is that if that's what you're asking? Unfortunately, we all work remotely. In some rare circumstances, we may be close to your house. But I mean, Anastasia's in Europe. I'm out of Austin area in Texas. We have a few sales reps that are kind of throughout the country, but most of us do work remotely. So unfortunately, there's no Oh, okay, you're in Frisco. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no in person. However, once you start using the system, you'll find it's really easy to use. The video, we're going to send out a copy of this for everybody. You can replay back this video over and over. It'll walk you through everything. A lot of people have been very successful getting started from just what we showed today. You bet. Thank you, Daniel. Looks like Michael had a question. How do you integrate with Hawksoft? It's a great question, Michael. Really, what all you've got to do is make sure that you have Uplink installed. Anastasia is going to go back to it right now. She's going to click Help, or excuse me, Tools, and go to Uplink. This is the software that's going to allow you to bridge your data from Hawksoft directly into Appulate. So you can see what she's doing on the screen here. You would just use Hawksoft, and then the blue button down there says download driver for Mac. Of course, it's going to say for PC if you're on a PC, or Windows rather. You'll click that, and then you'll just, once the software is downloaded, you'll just run the installer, and it'll just be a real quick install. It's really easy. Is your program only for carriers that have current appointments with, or does it allow us to expand our market to reach you? So, Michael, the thing with this is our open brokerage markets are there for you to expand your markets because they don't require an appointment to get a quote. However, they will require an appointment once you want to bind with them, but you'll find those appointment requirements are very easy to get. There is a few that have some requirements for appointment, but 99% of what we have, they're super easy. Anybody can get an appointment. Um, but beyond that, the markets that are not open brokerage do require direct appointment, and you would need to contact those markets directly to get those appointments. Unfortunately, we're just a technology platform, so we don't offer uh, that kind of uh, access to get appointments. And the same thing goes for the web links that we demonstrated earlier. If you move up to premium, that unfortunately does not give you access to those markets, meaning appointment, but it would give you connectability through Appulate to transfer that data over. So like if Anastasia, you could type in travelers is a good example. So let's say you have travelers and you want to access um, just one L. Yeah, so let's say you have travelers and you want to move your data over there. This would be a great way. Moving up to our premium would push the data into your travelers system automatically. So there's no E&O issues. All of the data transfers perfectly over. It just syncs right in. Let's see, Sarah has a question. Are we able to mow up test quotes to be able to familiarize ourselves with the platform? Yeah, you could. I mean, so long as you don't push any quotes out to your carrier, you can literally go in here and uplink data. I mean, the free account, which is what all you guys have access to right now, you can do anything you want in the system. It's just you're restricted on who you send the data to. Also, the form section is restricted to, doing supplementals and things is restricted to only premium accounts as well. But you'll know the system will tell you kind of the constraints and boundaries of when you're getting in there. Yeah, I figured mock-up. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. What do you mean by we have access to the free version? Yeah, Michael. So we have two versions. We have a standard version, which is technically called freemium. And this is given to you because the market partners that we have pay for your access to the system. They pay us a monthly fee to host it on our platform. So that's why the open brokerage markets you have guaranteed access to get a quote because they're paying for that service to give to you. The other Appulate markets are also paying for your access, but do require that you be appointed with them. So that's where you get the free. So everything Anastasia has demonstrated today is included in the free version. You'll be able to log in, you'll be able to get a quote, you'll be able to access those open brokerage markets. Even our certificates is free to use right now. Everything she demonstrated today is free to use. If you want those extras, that's where our premium comes in, and that's why our sales team is on here for you guys to be able to answer maybe any complex questions you have or to create those connections with you today. So hopefully that answers your question for you. All right, do we have any more questions here today? If you just want the sales team to reach out to you, just post it under the questions and just do something like sales team reach out to me or something like that. What's the difference between the free version and the paid version? Um, well, there's quite a bit. Really, it's best to kind of see a different demo because the difference in features is pretty substantial between the forms access. Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Anastasia. So you're going to get web link. You can do emails through the system, disable ads. You get Insured Connect, which is a great feature. What that'll do is that'll allow you to post, maybe you have a website or an email that you like to use. You can use a URL that will automatically start a new Appulate uh, contact for you in the system. Whenever they go onto like your portal or whatever, they would click this link and a new link opens up, and inside that they enter all the data, and then you get notified of a new contact added into Appulate, and then that allows you to go in and get more information through Ask Insured to continue through that quote. It's a really neat workflow that works really well. So if you want to connect your website or have some way for people 24/7 to push data through to you, Insured Connect's a great feature. Accord supplementals, as I mentioned before, that's included. OCR, so if you have like a paper accord you want to bring into the Appulate system, that would be included in that as a feature. And then signing documents, as Anastasia mentioned earlier, in order to have the ability to sign documents in Appulate, that is also a premium feature. Were you going to say something, Anastasia?
No, I believe we mentioned everything. I was just thinking of maybe we need to elaborate on accord and supplemental forms. I just wanted to add a few words. So once you have a premium account, you will get access to marketable accord forms plus supplemental forms automatically. And you can also work with this document upon your quote request. So also something that saves you a bunch of time, very neat and useful. Yeah.
Great. Looks like Dwayne, I'll have the team reach out to you as well. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Last opportunity. How do we access the free version? Yeah, Michael, that was at the very beginning we showed. I don't know if maybe you hopped on a few minutes in. We'll send a video to everybody on how to get started, but the free version is free to everybody. I really recommend that you start with just putting in your email address and doing a lost password. Most of you, if you've got an email, or excuse me, if you're on this today, and you got an email from us, then you're already in our system. We might have got that from a data dump from like a carrier or some other method. So you may already have an account in the system, it's just never been accessed. Okay, yeah, I understand, Michael. Yeah, we'll be sending a copy of this once we get it uploaded to YouTube. We'll send a copy of this out to everybody for all the steps. So if you can just bear with us a day or two. If you've got pending business you want to submit immediately, you can reach out to Anastasia directly, and she can help you get started immediately if you need to do something right now. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up, everybody. It's been 40 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on here today, and we will see everybody next time, I guess.
Thank you, everyone, and happy quoting.